Kobe's farewell tour continues. D'Angelo Russell and Nck Young speak with the media about that secret video. Lamar Odom came to Staples Center, and what do you know? The Lakers also defeated the Heat 102-100 in an overtime game. Bill, could there have been anything else that happened tonight?
It was crazy tonight. It was unbelievable. From the very beginning, D'Angelo Russell apologizing for the video, but not admitting that he leaked it or put it out there, like he didn't know how it got out there. I don't believe that. Then we go to Lamar Odom showing up in the game. Lamar comes up to me, hey Bill, how you doing? It was really a thrill, one of the thrills of my season, that he seemed to be mentally back. Seemed to be a little waver a little later in the game, but he seemed to be mentally back when I talked to him. And then Kobe afterward, being the voice of reason for it all. In fact, he grabbed me. We shared a moment after his press conference where he's like, can you believe 20 years later I'm the voice of reason on some of this stuff? I'm like, yeah, I can't believe it. It was kind of emotional. It got kind of emotional with Kobe. So, yeah, it was a very emotional night on many, many levels, and 7 games left for Kobe Bryant.
7 games left, Brez. How much is this D'Angelo Russell, Nck Young thing a distraction in the farewell tour?
You know, it's surprising. I figured the last 2 weeks of this season I'd be writing about Kobe, a lot of Laker losses, and more Kobe. But all of a sudden that playbook is thrown out the window. Obviously, D'Angelo has some reparations to do with his teammates, and you wonder what his reputation will be around the league. The Lakers have a lot of money to spend on free agents this summer, about 50 to 55 million. That's like Bill Plaschke money right there. I wonder how people are going to view, I don't think they're not going to come to the Lakers because D'Angelo Russell's on the team, especially if the Lakers overpay them a little bit. But you think it'll probably go through their minds a little bit when they're deciding where they're going to go this summer.
Bill, you went pretty strong in your column about how immature of a move this was for D'Angelo Russell. But who on the Lakers is supposed to be guiding this young man?
Well, I think that's an issue they probably regret. I think, and maybe one of Brez agrees with me on this, they maybe should have signed someone to watch out for him this year, someone to maybe be more of a guide for him, and maybe they did.
They did it for Julius Randle. They signed Metta World Peace, and it seems to have worked. Julius has stayed out of trouble.
He's not moody, but he's out of trouble.
Yeah, he's not the one in the car allegedly harassing women. He's not the one, putting this stuff out on video, surreptitiously filming teammates. Not that D'Angelo put it out there, but it got out there. And it's a good question. Who was the guy to take care of D'Angelo? There really wasn't that, because Kobe's concerned about his last season. This is it for Kobe. He's got his own things to worry about.
I think the D'Angelo thing was handled. I think the Lakers will tell you they handled it poorly. The way they had a 19-year-old kid in Hollywood and was left out to the. But again, this doesn't change the fact that he's one of the most immature athletes I've ever been around. And Kobe and I talked about tonight. I was here for Kobe's first game, so I've been covering Kobe for 20 years. Kobe was a little bit difficult early, but he was never like this. He was never immature like this. He was always about going on. He was 19 going on 30. D'Angelo was like 20 going on 12. And I don't think that this bodes well for them as far as passing the torch. There's no torch being passed here. Right. He's not the next generation. They just got to hope that he can grow up and they can find some people around him to help him grow up.
And it's so bizarre, Lindsey, not to cut you off, and Bill, but at the end of last month, D'Angelo started a really nice 8-game stretch. He averaged about 23, 24 points a game. Byron just 2 weeks ago.
5 assists.
Yeah, Byron just 2 weeks ago said, hey, he's finally turned a corner as far as his attitude. He's not being a clown around guy at practice. I think Byron used a phrase like that, and Byron was kind of impressed by D'Angelo showing some commitment. And obviously that kind of went out the window with the past 24 hours.
Well, it's interesting because there was some concern over how well this team would play.
Yeah.
The 3 young guys actually played really well. Julius Randle had a double-double. So going forward, do you think their chemistry on the court really suffers from this?
Miami needed this win a lot more than the Lakers did. This is a nice little bonus for the Lakers after an atrocious week, starting with the Clarkson and Nck Young allegations last week and continuing into this week. This is a good little win for them. And a lot of people said their chemistry was dead. They stunk in Utah a couple nights ago. Well, I think the team actually knew about this when they played here against Washington the night before Utah. So to pin all this on their historically poor 48-point loss to Utah would be inaccurate. 7 games left. How many can they win? 1 more? Maybe 2? They're just not that good, period.
But you talked about chemistry. How was this game won tonight? Julius Randle took the ball with 20 seconds left and didn't give it up and gave it to nobody and scored by himself.
That's chemistry for the Lakers.
Julius said, you know what, I'm tired of this crap. I'm just going to take it right to the hole, which he did, and he won the game for him with his second left. So I don't know if this solves the I don't know if chemistry problems are solved or not, Brez.
You're right, and D'Angelo did take 6 fourth-quarter shots and made none of them.
Made none of them.
Definitely pressing a lot. Interesting. One last thought that I had. He got booed at the beginning of the game. Booed when he shot a free throw in the first
every time
quarter.
he touched the ball.
But overtime, hits a three-pointer. Loud cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Driving layup.
Yeah.
Loud cheers. Funny how these things turn when the team starts to win, and the player, the vilified player, 3 hours later starts to
sir,
play well.
That's my water there, sir. Thank you, sir.
That's on camera.
Thank you, sir. So the bottom line is, even when the Lakers are bad, they are so entertaining and so much drama. It's unbelievable. I don't know how you've done. How many years have you covered the team, Brett?
12 years
how
now.
have you done this for 12 years? I don't know how I've covered Kobe for 20 years. I don't know how you've done this for 12 years.
Because I hydrate like you do. You always got to watch out where the water is,
Thank you, my friend.
Even Johnny Manziel, and who else was here tonight? One of the Jonas brothers came to see the show.
Lindsey, very excited about that. Still
You know
talking
what?
about that.
They showed him on the scoreboard. I don't know who it was. You knew there was Jonas?
I didn't know until
Yes, you did.
somebody.
Yes,
No,
you did. You screamed. Ah!
only if it would have been a Backstreet Boy. Okay, we've jumped the shark. That'll do it for us tonight from Staples Center. The Lakers once again defeat the Heat 102-100 in overtime with the incomparable Mike Bresnahan and Bill Plaschke. I'm Lindsey Thiry for the Los Angeles Times.